Hello and welcome to the Animation Communication podcast, your source for discussion about animation, film, fandom, and more. So please join your host, I Love Kim Possible a Lot, or KP, and Lauren Kizich, the Abbey Roadie, for today's discussion. If you like what you hear, please remember to support by giving a like, a follow, as well as subscribing to the main I Love Kim Possible a Lot channel on YouTube. Spread the word and keep being a part of a great community. This episode is appropriate for all ages.
Hi everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Animation Communication, the one where we took a break for like 3 weeks and now we're back, I guess, because we've had a lot of like different people rescheduling and all sorts of like fun stuff, but we're still alive, technically, I guess.
We were both busy on both our ends with a lot of stuff in life, so it was also a matter of just schedule. So trying to fit everything in at the same time. So
because we did. She
said. But anyway, we're glad to be back, and hopefully you guys are glad that we're back too, because then it means more rambling for your ear holes.
Yay. If anyone has any guest ideas, anyone you want to hear talk on the show, then tweet us them and tag them in the tweet, and maybe something will happen.
All that good stuff. Yeah, we're open to hearing who you guys would like to hear from on here, and we will do our best to make sure that we can connect. Or if you happen to know them, maybe help network to help make that happen, so you can have that episode right here on your queue. Yeah.
Interview for free for you. Okay, so we'll go back to the things and Hannah. So Hannah, tell me, what is TikTok for people who are like boomers?
TikTok for boomers?
Yeah, well, for someone who is like, what is a computer? What is someone who would
more
not...
like, yeah, just what is TikTok for people who don't know the app?
It's really fast paced. Like it's like, I don't know how, it's dumb. It's just short videos that are there in your face and then just gone in a flash. It's really like fast paced content. It's like, imagine if you took a TV remote and you were just like flipping through channels just every now and again, and then you see something you like for 3 seconds, and you're like, oh, cool. And then you move on to the next thing.
Yeah. And I guess in a way, for people who knew about Vine back in the day, it's like that, but longer form video, but still shorter form than something like YouTube. So there's that. So instead of like 6-second videos or whatever, you can have some that are a few minutes long on TikTok, but they can't go on too long, otherwise it's like there is a time limit. I'm not sure what that is, but
it's 60 seconds.
It was actually updated.
They updated it?
Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah, it's up to like 3 minutes now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, okay, so the time limit is 3 minutes on these things, which is good, because I know I've seen ones that are definitely longer than a minute, but I wasn't sure what the extent was. But yeah, so, and I know a lot of people use TikTok to get through quarantine in particular last year in the wake of COVID. And a lot of people were home to make content too, so a lot of people became content creators on TikTok and were utilizing the time being holed up that they made content. So
hey, like me.
So how actually, let's go a little further back even before TikTok. When did you begin your artistic pursuits? When did you decide you wanted to do art?
A fancy way to say
it.
Well, when I first moved to America, when I was around like 10 years old, I started drawing when I was around 12 because I started getting into all the internet and all the fandom stuff. Happy Tree Friends was my first one, and that's where I really started drawing. You heard about that?
Where did you come from?
I'm from Australia.
Oh.
I know it doesn't sound like it.
Okay.
But
so you've seen a kangaroo before?
I have seen a kangaroo before. I've seen kangaroos like fight each other. It's pretty scary.
Oh my god, yeah, they fight with their like hind legs, right?
Yeah, they stand on their tails.
Yeah, they
too.
like, and then they kick each other. I wish I could do that.
That's why it's like you don't get in the middle of a kangaroo fight. I've seen how nasty they can get. So.
Oh, yeah, and their claws too, like, they'll rip you.
Yeah, they look so fluffy on Kangaroo Jack Kangaroo Jack. I had
You don't want to pet.
Go ahead.
You don't want to pet kangaroo. You want to pet wallaby. It's like the
Yeah.
fun-sized kangaroos.
Or even like a quokka. Those cute little guys, the ones that they say are the world's happiest animals.
I love quokkas. Aw.
They have a permanent smile. They're cute.
They got no problems. They're just vibing.
Mm-hmm. So Happy Tree Friends was like one of your favorite things to watch, was an inspiration to you.
Yeah, and I was like 12. But I started getting into all of that, and then I went online and I saw like people were doing speed paints of that, and that's what I kind of wanted to do for a while. I want to be like a YouTube speed paint artist, but I, believe it or not, I didn't have the equipment to do that. So I just kind of watched and just drew on my own time and like studied what they did and got my own style eventually. And then a couple years later, I think I just moved on to Instagram and I started posting my art on there. I went through a bunch of different accounts, and whenever I wanted a clean slate, I would just delete the old one and then post a new one as if it wasn't me. And with this account, with my original plan for this account under the name Crooked Beetles was just that I was going to post like gore art, because that was something I wanted to get into, and that's where just crooked comes from, because it's scary. It's a spooky name, obviously, so scary.
Super spoops.
Super big ol' spoopy spoop. I'm drawing ponies. I'm obviously very scary.
Yeah, how did you get into My Little Pony? Was that something like even before Gen 4 that you were into, or did you pick it up when Gen 4 rolled around?
I picked it up like I don't know what season. Like, I picked it up kind of late, actually, because I was like 13 or 14 when I first started getting into it. And I'm 19 now, and I don't know how long the show's been on the air because I don't pay attention to anything.
I didn't realize how baby you were.
I am a baby, I guess.
Yeah,
the
show
fandom
started Gen 4 started in 2010, and it ended in 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little late to the party. It's okay. But I got into it because I was just, at the time before I actually got into the show, I was watching parodies of the show because I was like a little closeted brony. I was like, I don't watch that kind of stuff. That's lame. That's for like 4-year-olds.
That's how it all starts.
When I was looking, that's how it all starts. I was one of those kids, and then I found one episode on YouTube that I thought was a parody episode, but it wasn't. It was just a re-uploaded episode, and I watched it, and I thought, okay, I can dig this.
Do you remember which episode it was?
Yeah, it was Read It and Weep. It was the one where Rainbow hurt herself for the millionth time, and Twilight gave her a book in the hospital. Yeah. And she's like, books are for eggheads. And then she read it, and she's like, I'm an egghead. And she steals it because she's rational.
Yeah,
Rainbow
reading
Dash
all
is
the
my favorite.
Daring Do and stuff like that.
You need to go to Daring Do rehab.
And I mean, that's what you gotta do. But that was the first episode I watched, and I really liked it. And I thought, okay, fine, I guess I'll just watch the other episodes. And now I make content.
Yeah. I think I remember jumping in officially into watching it. It was funny because it was around the time I just realized, because at the time I was in college. I think it was my sophomore year. Yeah, sophomore year, around that time, ending it. And I remember how many people, because I was an animation major, and we had an animation club, and so they were screening all of these episodes, and we're watching like season finales and stuff of My Little Pony. And I remember just how much of a stir it created when Twilight got her wings. That's when I jumped in going, okay, if people are losing their minds over this, I gotta see what's going on here. And so
that still bothers me, to be honest.
So I kind of, it's funny though, because she had her wings longer than she didn't have wings in the show.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
So,
yeah.
But at that point, yeah, it created a lot of fuss. And so I'm like, I gotta see what this is all about. And then, so I did, as I backtracked, I went through all these episodes, and so I was all caught up by the time the next season rolled around, and we have, and enter Twilight getting used to her wings in the first episode, right? And, yeah, that's where I jumped in though, was in the, it was the Magical Mystery Cure episode. So, yeah. So you never know where you're gonna jump in sometimes with these. Everybody has their different origin story with that kind of stuff. But I remember watching the show, and it was base level, like I was enjoying it from that level. And that's how I remember telling my friend Chrissy, who's Cosmic Keyframe, I'm like, hey, you know, you should try checking this out. The show's really good. Like, there's people here that'll love to talk about it, and man, I think it'd be cool if we got into this together. And sure enough, she ended up like not only getting into it, becoming like an actual brony personality in it. So, I'm like,
wait,
awesome.
Keyframe.
Yeah. And you know, before you knew it, she was on, you know, Analysis Anarchy and making her own videos and doing all that fun stuff, and I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her.
That's how we met, Hannah, is Lauren was helping Chrissy with her table at the last BronyCon, and I was like, let me just steal you for a couple hours.
Yeah, because at one point too, I was roaming alone at the convention. It was like I think it was when everybody had gone off into their other little groups to go to dinner and stuff like that, and so I was not in the loop on any of those, and I was just kind of like, okay, well, I'm moseying, I guess. So, and enter KP. Hi, want to talk?
Want to talk about Lion King OCs?
Yeah, it's just like, so, want to talk Lion King? So, I mean, it was literally in that meeting we also just immediately clicked, and we're like, hey, we should do a podcast.
Do an animation podcast.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to meet people that can kind of keep up with our artistic brains as far as remembering all these things, and like when we go to Disneyland, Lauren and I will name the voice actors from like the things they are voice acting in at Disneyland. We're just like just crazy. We don't.
Oh hi, Corey Burton. Oh hi, Jim Cummings. Oh hi.
The Disneyland people are like, what are these girls on?
We're high on Disney.
Oh Lord, so but
I say this as I sip out of my Megara tumbler. Thank you.
I got
Thank you, Rachel.
that for Lauren's birthday because I never remember anything, and then people are like, "It's my birthday," and I'm like, "Oh, I should do something."
Me.
Anyway, sorry, that was a tangent, but
I'm very defeatist today. So go ahead.
No, that's good. So Hannah, so you got into MLP, and you said you kind of got into it late, so did you? So because you originally said your artistic direction was more geared towards gore and stuff. When did you start like drawing ponies?
I'd say like 2013-ish.
Okay, around the same time.
I first started. Yeah, because I found those MLP speed paint artists, and I wanted to be like them. But I'd never really posted my art until like years later. It's all like stashed in my room, and it's really gross to look at, and I hate it.
No.
Me too, fam. Me too.
Yeah, that's funny. 2013 was when I pretty much hopped in too. So,
I didn't start using digital art until like, 2016 when I first started posting on Instagram. But It was all traditional, and now I don't even know how to hold a pencil properly.
Yeah, I got into digital way late in the game. I think I only started like a year and a half ago, so now I'm just like, let me just redo my portfolio, but everything is digital now. It won't take me forever, and now it's taking forever, so.
Yeah, so much of it, so much stuff I do off my iPad that when I do actually draw on paper, I realize I'm trying to do the double tap to undo something. I'm like, oh, that's right.
That has not happened to me yet.
Thanks, Procreate.
That's happened to me, and I feel so dumb.
It's like, unironically though, I love Procreate so much. My God, it was one of the best investments I ever made in my entire life.
Agree. Who thought KP could do digital art, and now she's doing it like all the time. Yay!
Yeah,
Improvement.
you gotta do it. You gotta crank. You gotta crank, and you just gotta keep doing it, and then you'll keep getting better as you keep doing it.
Yeah.
Do it without, as long as you don't break your hand over it. That's pretty much you gotta do. And no carpal tunnel. Please avoid that.
You're doing great, KP. I believe in you. You're doing great.
Yeah, you say that as you. I don't think you've seen some of my like digital pieces yet. So.
I mean, you send me the pictures of your little puppet, and I love them.
Oh, I didn't do that, but I appreciate it.
Oh.
they're
still like them.
I'll send you like an actual one.
And stuff. So, but meanwhile, meanwhile the stuff like the art I pretty much sent. I think it was the two. Yes, the two that I sent to you last night, Hannah. Were those are the ones that I did. But yeah.
They're so cute.
I do digital art a lot.
All right.
I think the first time I did, not the first time I did digital art. I mean, as a kid, I was doing stuff on Microsoft Paint with my mouse and stuff. But I think it was probably around 2005 when I got like a really tiny Wacom tablet, and it was like one of those really little ones. But that was my introduction to working on a tablet. And then I eventually built myself up to bigger tablets, and then I went to college and got used to Cintiqs and stuff like that, and now I have basically because of a friend, I have a Cintiq in my room now that I use for storyboarding and stuff like that. And
I want it.
Yeah, and then but I mostly live off of my iPad for Procreate for everything else. Like even if I'm doing like thumbnails for stuff, I'm doing it on Procreate because it's just so much faster for me to do it.
What's a pencil? I don't know what a pencil is.
It's like, don't you mean a stylus?
I have an Apple Pencil. Does that count?
Made of apples.
Yeah, I have an apple. I have an apple. I have a pencil. Bam, Apple Pencil. Anyway. Bringing back dead memes since 2021. Anyway. But yeah, so I was gonna say, now you started your TikTok in the middle of COVID. Was it because you were at home in quarantine and you're like, I could start this? What motivated you to start a TikTok?
So I was originally working at a Dunkin' Donuts, and when this whole outbreak first started getting big, I had to take off work because my parents were at high risk, and I didn't care about my health, but I didn't want to kill my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so I
that makes sense.
Yeah, so I just had to take off work, and at this point I was already like out of school because I graduated prematurely, and I was just in a really like depressive funk because like I graduated so early, I didn't get to do all this other stuff with my friends. At the time, too, I was recently going through a breakup, so everything just kind of was like, and I was going to work to get my mind off all that stuff, and then I couldn't go to work, and then I was extra like, and so I just spent my time just drawing like I usually did. Like I had more time to draw, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. But during all that depressive funkiness, I decided, I think I'm just gonna post on TikTok for fun, it'll be fun. And yeah, it mostly came out of just being sad and wanting to do something with my time that I had all the time in the world to do at that point. So thanks, COVID, you made me a TikToker, a G Willikers.
Thanks,
No, it's
TikTok.
good.
You helped me not kill my parents.
Thanks, TikTok. You're a real pal, you know. Except you keep taking down some of my videos for adult content and nudity when the ponies don't wear clothes. So like,
horse nudity. How dare?
how
Horses
how
in their
dare
natural
I?
state. But yeah, I have friends on TikTok that make stuff too, and they're like, there was one of them had a video taken down where there was nothing in it. It was just because, to quote Sunny in Philadelphia, you know, because of the implication. It was like just because of one item in a video that could have been implied for something else, but it definitely wasn't in the context of that video, that the video got taken down. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to keep bringing back that item purely out of spite for every video after. Like, you just tried taking all of these down TikTok.
That's what I kind of did, but I do that all the time because, like, I draw a lot of LGBTQ plus content just because I think it's fun and cute, and I'm gay. Mm-hmm. And I keep getting comments that'll say, like, I need to stop sexualizing the kids show and, like, you're ruining my childhood. And it's like, that sounds like a you problem. Yeah,
I'm like, I love the ones where you had the characters reading out those comments. Those were some of my favorites. Just
yeah. How dare you make the ponies gay?
All the voices were perfect too. Like, it's so wonderfully cast.
I know. That was from a user named Laura Kay. I love her. She's British and she does all this voice acting TikToks. Go check her out. I'll send a link to you guys in a minute.
Yeah, awesome.
But like, oh, she's so sweet and I love her accent. But like, I made 2 of those videos where it's just like reading off my hate comments, but I have part 3 in the works. I'm just too lazy to work on it.
Yeah, I feel. But yeah, so I guess it was cool that, I mean, obviously COVID was not fun. Quarantine was not fun, but the fact that you were able to, like, come up with your content at a time where it seemed like, you know, everything was falling apart and just was not okay, that you wanted to be able to make something that made you feel okay in that moment, and ended up helping other people feel okay too.
I know, I get so happy with that when it's like, oh, your content makes me so much better. It's like, oh my god, I haven't watched My Little Pony in years, this is bringing me back to it. Or it's like, oh, your art style is so cute, and it's like, aw, thanks. Thank you.
How long does it how long does it take you to prepare for and make each video? Does it just depend on the topic? Does it depend on audio? Does it, or maybe how many characters are involved, I guess?
There's a lot of factors, but it's like I have to find an audio that I want to work with, and then I got to figure out what characters I want to draw for each of them, and then I have to, like, draw it all out, sketch it out, line art, color. I'm adding, like, colored backgrounds now, which take, like, 5 seconds, but it's, like, an extra step that I gotta do. But depending on, like, how long the audio is and how long I'm gonna be drawing each one, depending on the details and, like, all this other stuff. So, like, some videos take, like, less than 2 hours to make, and then others take, like, the longest one I ever took made, like, 3 days, just because of other factors. And it's like, all these videos are, like, really short, but I'm doing almost all the work myself, and I have a full-time job, like, that I have to go to most days. So it's like, this is more of just, like, a hobby that I force myself to do, because I'm pretty committed to it at this point.
Yeah, no, and I'm glad it's kind of like, again, it's like an outlet, so then you're able to kind of be loose with it when you go to it. So it's like, basically you can do whatever you want with it and put it out there, which is really cool. And, you probably get requests for different videos and different kinds of content. Like, I'm sure people throw their ship pairings at you, going like, now make this.
Do this.
Oh my god, yeah. Definitely, yeah.
I do gotta know though, mostly because KP's sitting here.
Oh.
So do you like Discord Celestia? Do you Do you like Fluttershy, Discord, or do you not care?
Are you a friend
Either
or
way.
foe?
I
personally don't mind
I'm
either.
not a fan
so
of
just like
I guess I don't mind either, but I'm not really like a fan of either, you know?
Yeah.
Fluttercord was just ruined for me because I watched Bride at Discord and it was one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. And also, like, Discord's like giant DILF energy and Fluttershy's just a sweet little lady. So it's like, the age difference for me goes both ways, whether they're too young or too old. And then with Dyslestia, it's like, okay, not for me, but you do you, champ.
yeah, I was just curious.
I just don't really ship Discord with anyone. He's just there, just a mad lad having a good time.
He is chaos. So I mean, kind of hard to wrangle a chaotic being.
I just think he's chaotic, you know, his sexual and gender identity is whatever he feels like it. He'll switch his pronouns every 5 minutes and his sexuality every, 2 seconds. Like, who's gonna stop him? He's the god of chaos. He can do what he wants.
Exactly. What have been some of your favorite TikToks to make? Like, even if it's not specific ones, maybe characters that you liked working with or something like that.
Obviously, the ones with me, hair flip. I just, add that.
Oh, definitely, KP. You're my favorite.
Yeah.
But for real, I do like working with you. I like doing the collaboration videos because that's just always something I've always wanted to do with other people. And now that I actually have the platform to do it, but I also just like making videos where it's like I can show off how stupid my art style is and how it makes no sense and I can just stretch out the faces however I like. Those are my favorites, where I get to mess around with my art style and draw something really dumb. Those are my favorite.
I'm always a sucker for the ones where you when you take a warp tool, like the transform tool, and then you just wiggle it around. I'm a sucker for those. Just it's almost like, one, it's to convey movement, but two, I love it's kind of like a meta joke because you can usually see it's a pencil dragging around the cursor. That's why it's really just I don't know. It's kind of like animated versus animation kind of thing. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just I try to just make my stuff look as stupid as possible because it works. I'm good at that. I could spend I do admire all these other TikTokers that do the same thing I do, but they'll put way more details and shading into the work and obviously care a lot about it, and it's good for them, they're doing great, and I feel like they deserve just as much of a platform as I do. But with me, I feel like my specialty is just stupid drawings that are easy and just make people laugh for a little bit. That's all I strive for at this point. I just want to have people enjoy my stupid drawings and maybe forget about their horrible days for 5 minutes.
No, that's good.
And then I'm good.
Yeah, to get your output, you're I was a little concerned you're probably going to feel burnout or soon, just because, it's
oh
great.
My god, all the time.
Yeah, it's great, especially when you're seeing a push every time you upload a video, where we don't really get that anymore, unfortunately. But even still, you're just okay, I know I like being a horse on the internet, but how much horse can I tolerate? Am I supposed to do this just for the rest of my horse life? It's a lot of horse.
It is a lot of horse, and I didn't think I'd be doing this much horse in my life, but my original plan was not to make this my career or give up everything to be on TikTok because it does not pay much, barely pays at all. And I have other things that I want to do in my life, but I don't know, I like having this online presence, and when I go off to college and videos are definitely not going to come out at the rate that they used to, it's I've at least made some people happy, and maybe they'll remember and get inspired like I did from other people.
Maybe college. Maybe
it's gonna end at
college AU ponies.
There we go. Videos might just turn into me just complaining about college, but I have my pony Sona, so it counts.
I tricked you.
And then, especially because this is all coming around the year that we're getting Gen 5 pretty much kickstarted. How do you feel about Gen 5 rolling around?
I think it looks cute. I'm a little confused because I would rather have like a show that was like completely in a different universe than Gen 4, just because like it's a new start. It's all nice and fresh. Like I like the clean slate thing, but it's gonna be in the same universe, so it's like, all right, well that's fine, I guess. We'll just see where this goes. I like the character designs, kinda. I'm not a big fan of the names. I don't like how it's like, Hitch Trailblazer. Like, I just like the Trailblazer part.
It's a lot of words.
And like, I like the funny little like one-off names like Petals, but then like Pip Petals, PP. I guess.
Oh no! What have you done? The fandom's gonna start running amok with that.
I mean, there's also Zip Petals. She's gay, and that's cool. Then there's Izzy. Like, I think that's a weird horse name. I feel like they could have. Does she have a last name? And I can't remember it.
I think I think it has to do with the stars. Let me see. But I do remember when the full renders of her came around, and it's funny because you've seen my OC, but but everybody was going, oh, so it's Lauren's OC. I'm like, yeah, I guess if she was a unicorn in different colors, but yeah, they're like, it's the mane, look at the mane. I'm like, yeah,
different.
I guess so. It's but yeah, I'm like, it was also kind of, I mean, actually, I kind of like that it's going to be in the same universe, just like set way far into the future. It does make me curious as to being like what they're going to do with the lore of Gen 4 that they're going to implement here.
I was going to say.
Yeah, again, I think, again, why they didn't go completely clean slate is that when you think about it, Gen 4, when they started, it wasn't, 10 years or 10, even 11 years ago. That's still not a long time ago, and the brand is still so fresh and relevant that and they have so much built up and a loyalty to that they're obviously not gonna like just toss that out and go, well, let's kick a gamble on a new thing and risk it failing if we try something new. While I really would like to see,
that makes sense.
It's like I really would like to see new stuff. I guess it was easier for them to run with the foundation that exists already and see what new stuff they could do with it. So I mean, I can see where they were at least trying to balance the profitability with something new that they can add to it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. When I was thinking like clean slate, I kind of just like not really get rid of the characters entirely, but it's like from Gen 3 to Gen 4, Rainbow Dash's like personality and looks like completely changed. I think it's that one. I never watched it, but it's like she at one point her personality was a lot more like Rarity's, but then she became very tomboyish and the Rainbow Dash most of us know. But in Gen 5, it just kind of seems like, yeah, she's the same, but she's just not there. So I wouldn't really
Izzy
think of that
Moonbow.
like a clean slate. It just like she existed at one point, but she's gone by.
Well,
she's dead.
I feel like it's just like you're gonna the characters have been like more iconic than just like something from a previous gen. So it's like taking a Disney character and like putting them in something different and giving them a new personality. People are gonna be like, but that's the thing from the other thing. I think it will just kind of confuse the general public now because of Gen 4. So I get both sides.
Yeah, and I was saying Izzy Moonbow. Moonbow is her last name, or the second part of her name.
Yeah, Moonbow.
Moonbow. So there's
Moonbow's cute, I think,
because isn't it Sunny Star Scout, right? So there's Star and Moon. That's why I'm trying to make sure that I remember there was a celestial coordination there.
Yeah, Twilight can't be princess forever, right? Like at some point you're just pray for death.
Yeah, but then I'm like, is Celestia and Luna still around? Like, I guess they're gonna explain, like, the magic behind it in the show, or in the movie, I guess, but it's like, we're all, like, just trying to figure out what it is based on Gen 4 lore. Like, is Celestia and Luna still around, or any of these characters gonna be there? Do you think Princess Flurryheart's gonna be all grown up at this point? But we don't know. I will say, if Starlight Glimmer shows up, I'm not gonna watch it.
That's a lot of hate.
Like,
yeah, if it's revealed Starlight Glimmer is going to be in this generation, I'm not going to watch it.
Well, one, I'll bite my knuckle on this one, but two, this one's supposed to be set way far in the future. Like, the main six are referred to like they were I wouldn't say ancestors, but, like almost like old historical figures. I feel like that it seems like, based off of what we've been able to see, is that's how they're kind of referred to, especially when you have Twilight when she became basically, I just want to say, just like ultimate princess ruler of Equestria.
She got really tall.
Just really tall. We don't know what happened between her having her pupil and stuff like that, and what led up to this point. All we know is that suddenly, I'm just gonna say, like, suddenly friendship isn't magic. Suddenly something's happened to the magic, I guess.
Oh
So,
man, I hate when that happens. I hate when the friendship magic.
My other thoughts is just like, those ponies that you love so much, now they're all dead. So,
it's like,
I know, that's like, hey, your favorite characters are dead.
well, not my favorite character, but sorry guys.
The only time when you can have a favorite character
up,
and they will never die. We say this now.
If Discord shows up, I will be pretty excited. I'll be like, let's go!
Let's go, Discord. No, I
Yes.
really don't want him to show up and then he's played by Peter New again. Like, no offense to Peter, but, it's just not the same, and I'm just like, no, we have to delete everything now.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes going forward, but I do like that they implemented the
Twilight's pupil.
I do like that they implemented, I mean, I know, not a fan of his name, but I do like that we do actually finally have, like, a boy in the main group that is not Spike, who hopefully is treated better than Spike. So
he's just an accessory. It's fine. Hitch is nothing.
It's like, no, he should be able to. He's advertised as part of the group. Like, I'm like, it should be good. Like, they should treat him with respect. He is the first official boy that isn't Spike. So, again, still feel like Spike deserved better treatment than what he got, but
he was born into labor. He didn't choose this. He just woke up and was like, oh, I guess I'm doing this. Cool.
But yeah, we'll see what happens when the movie comes out. I mean, at least up until this point, all we've had was It's Pony, or not It's Pony, Pony Life.
Pony Life, yeah.
I'm getting It's Pony from Nickelodeon mixed up with that. I'm sorry, there is Pony. Anyway,
yeah, they kind of jumped too late on that It's Pony thing,
Yeah, but the thing is, I'd have to look more into the creator's story behind it, because it could have been something where he's had it for a while, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And it wasn't to cash in on the pony hype. It was more just like he just had an idea in his head, and it's like girl and a pony, having adventures, and the pony talks. I mean, of the clips I've seen of it, it's really cute. I know I gotta sit and watch like full episodes, but the glimpses I've seen of it is like the writing's really cute, and yeah, I'm like, again, if you have some really clever writing and really good jokes, then like, it's kind of like Phineas and Ferb. Like, really good writing will obviously save a show. It doesn't have to be like, oh, your show can look pretty or whatever, but if the writing sucks, then you got nothing there.
One thing I thought was funny with, like, the teasers that they've shown of Gen 5, it's like that one shot of, like, Pip, and she has a smartphone, And I thought that was funny because everyone was going like, I can't believe that ponies would have modern technology now. What's going on here? This doesn't feel like My Little Pony at all. And then I've been drawing ponies with phones for like how long?
Oh no, they're on to me.
And plus, I'm like, I can't help but say it doesn't bother me as much as it probably did other people to see that. And I'm like, okay, it's a little jarring, but it doesn't really bother me because I'm thinking, if this is far in the future, and if there isn't any magic, if they're trying to figure out, they have to find a workaround if there's no magic, right? That they're going to have to be industrial. They're going to have to figure things out and advance themselves without it. So that's all I'm saying.
I can only imagine like her phone screen is like covered in like scratches and hoof marks.
You need like triple pane glass on top of that screen.
Yeah.
That the hoof doesn't nick it too far.
She can barely. She has to like rest it the right way in her horseshoe, otherwise it's just gonna fall out.
Yeah, I'm like, I do kind of like that. There's like a little, based off of what I've seen of the phone case. There's like a little hoof. There's like a little notch for the hoof to sit in, so that way that the phone doesn't have to just sit on their hoof. It's like actually kind of able to stay in place while they use it, like a little glove.
All the ponies have
it's
like
a lot more detail than I put.
All the ponies have like the sticky things like from the 90s where they had like a hand and it's the stuff.
Yeah, the
like,
sticky hands. Yeah,
yeah, that's their hand. You know.
They just toss it and, like, hopefully grabs their phone and they can just rest it in their hoof. No, it takes chewing gum, spits it out on their hoof, sticks the phone on. But anyway, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to, we'll see where the movie goes with this. I'm trying to remember when the movie comes out. Is it like September or something this year, I think? On Netflix?
Something like that.
Yeah. So
I think so.
We got a few months to wait. And
yeah.
I still think it's pretty cool that Imalu was involved with the character designs. The colors screamed her work, so I'm like, wait, that's that sherbet orange and the magenta mane and the green eyes. Wait a minute, this seems where it was a blue. Yeah, basically the green eyes. It was just like, wait a minute, this seems a little something that she would do. And then I see, aha! I knew it.
We found you out.
So when she announced, yeah, I was involved, I'm like, yes. So it's always good when you have brony people working on a brony project like that and going like, yeah, they made it. And even she was kind of like, cool. Yeah, the phone wasn't my call.
But they gotta be modern in the modern age, I guess.
But again, yeah, it doesn't bother me as much as it might of other people. Because again, if I'm thinking this is a world without magic, I'm like, well, how the frick else do you think they're gonna keep it lit and keep going on if there's no magic to help them along? They're gonna have to find workarounds. They're gonna have to advance their technology to do it. So yeah,
like they don't have magic. They don't have fingers. Like, what do you want them to do?
Like, just like they're gonna build stuff themselves. Now all I can think of though
ponies
is ponies
had hands,
on airplanes.
It'd be fine. Some can fly. Imagine how much money Pegasi save on air travel because they don't need to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they're.
Do they still need passports?
Do you think Pegasi do it like they do in Gen 4, where you have Pegasi pulling chariots and that kind of stuff to get other ponies around?
You just do it for fun. Get a quick buck.
Yeah, it's like
from one.
It's like riding a taxi.
There's a fan animation that I saw where I can't remember what it's called, but it was a Spitfire, and she was just singing "Come on, Eileen" and just flying around. But it's like there was ponies and cars going to the next state or going to the next city, and she was just flying there. So it's like, damn, they really just must save on like gas and all this other stuff. Pegasi are probably just have a stockpile of money because they don't need to travel by car.
They probably like capitalize the system now that we have phones. Like we probably have like Pegasi's Airway where like you can get a strong Pegasi to carry you, and it's like Uber but like for ponies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just call up a Pegasus like, hey, I need a ride.
Those
I'd be
poor earth
curious to
ponies,
know
they
what
can't
the-
do anything.
I'd be curious to know what the pony name for Uber would be, like the pony equivalent. It's got to be a
Pooner.
horse pun. What?
I said pooner. Like, that's all I got.
That's
Hoover.
Oh, there you go.
There you go,
Hoover.
Hoover. I'm like the first one you said there may be connotations from that one, but
Yeah.
I'm like no.
There you go. Hang on, let me call Hoover real quick.
The thing is, they'd have to get away with it as long as it has nothing to do with vacuums.
Yeah.
It's true, copyright.
Hoofer. If you don't do Hoover,
yeah,
it's
Hoofer. You just need one Pegasus to pick you up, Hoover. If you need more than one, Hoover.
Yeah.
Derpies live forever because she's survived this whole time on her business. Anyway,
Wouldn't that be a twist if Derpy was the only survivor from Gen 4? And she's just like...
The Phantom would lose
she's
it.
actually immortal and nobody's figured it out till this point.
that would be a fun twist.
She just shows up like, hey guys, and it's like, what the hell are you doing here?
You're supposed to be dead. They're all supposed to be dead. This doesn't fit with my headcanon.
It's like, is this your fault that they're dead? Like, did she survive after the fall?
Lauren, do you have any more questions? 'Cause
I guess one final question would be, what advice do you have for anybody who would like to be able to, to maybe start a TikTok and maybe create content like you do? Well, not exactly like you do, but maybe find their own direction with it. What advice do you have for people who maybe want to start a TikTok to do that?
I just say, literally, just never stop drawing. Just keep doing it. Even if you can't, like, post, like, I post every day, and that's just because I kind of force myself to achieve my goals. Like, set realistic goals for yourself. Don't push it. Always put, like, your self-worth and health first before your content, because people aren't gonna see, like, the real you through your content despite how much they think they can. Just, at least for me, because, like, I don't post up, like, I think only, I've sent my picture of my face to, like, one friend, and that's it, because I just kind of like my privacy. But yeah, it's just like I'm going on a tangent. I lost myself. Just never stop drawing. If you like what you do, just keep doing it. Like, you're definitely gonna get. It's unrealistic to think that you'll never get, like, hate comments or people telling you to quit. But it's like, if you're passionate about what you do and you're happy, like, with what you're putting out, the hate comments just kind of, like, are like something you don't even think about. It's just, if you're happy with what you're doing, just keep doing it for as long as you can, because your happiness will come first.
I agree. That's why I don't understand when people, all they want to do is wake up and choose violence. I don't like, why do you want to go on the internet and they just think because of the veil of anonymity that they can just go and bully people into stopping what they want to do.
It's all about projection and people thinking
like,
they can solve their problems by...
It's like, how much do you hate yourself that you want to make other people hurt so much, And it's like, just like, there are so many people that they just need to heal, and just don't let those people get in your way, because all they're doing, like you said, it's projection. It's all of this stuff that they're choosing to act like this when they really have no justification to do it besides that they themselves are hurting. So they take it out on other people that don't deserve it.
Or they're just kind of psychopathic. So, like, I'm doing a video about it, so like, I have all the things already, like, fresh in the brain. So
so it's just like, as long as you're enjoying what you do and making that stuff, again, like you said, don't stop drawing. If you want to make sure that you see yourself improving, you can't just, like, go, okay, I'll draw one thing and then I will stop for, like, 3 months and draw something else after that. Like, no. You got to practice on it. If you want to get really good at your craft, it takes practice. And I know that sounds like I'm parroting an old point, but it's true. Like, I've been drawing since I was 3 years old. Haven't stopped. even if there's maybe days where I haven't felt like drawing something, I mean, no matter what I do, it's like, I'm, like, I know that the next day it's going to be, I'll draw today, and because it's part of what I do, I work, and that's my work, that's how I do it, and, but always, and even if you draw for your work, save time for yourself to draw for fun. Draw the stuff that you want to draw. That's how I see it. And like for me and myself, as of the past year with COVID and stuff, when I had friends suggest, actually Christy specifically suggested that I try watching Lupin, and now I found like a whole little community in that because I just dove headfirst into it and started drawing a bunch of stuff for it, and before I knew it, I was making all these just like these fun little comics and putting them up on Twitter and all that kind of stuff, and people liked them, and then before I knew it, I was making art for Lupin videos and art assets kind of stuff, and it's just because I was just having fun with it. It's just because I enjoyed doing it, and I just I'm like, I have all these ideas in my head, I just want to use them, so just keep making stuff. Making stuff that makes you happy.
One thing I wanted to say too is that I got super lucky with this. My videos just started blowing up, even though I still struggle with the thought I don't deserve any of this just because of how fast it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a lot of other accounts that make similar content to me where it's just ponies with different audios, and it breaks my heart to kind of it makes me feel really horrible when I get tagged in these videos saying hey, this person's copying you, hey, you stole this from this person, and it's what? No, they didn't. I don't own My Little Pony, believe it or not, and I don't own every single audio I use on TikTok, and it's just harmful to see these artists that I don't I don't like seeing myself as the best or the center of attention, even though I know some of these cases that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's people comparing other artists to me and how discouraging that is for them. It's I just find that so horrible, where it's if someone's comparing your work to someone else's, it can be really hard to get back from that, because you're in the mindset oh, I'm copying this person, obviously I'm not unique or special, and that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see more MLP content creators on TikTok. I can't keep doing this, guys.
Yeah,
it can't be.
But
let people make stuff that they want to make that makes them happy. Jeez, you can't be gatekeeping on something. I'm speaking to avoid when people. There's going to be gatekeepers no matter what on anything, but it just let people make what they want to make. If it's making them happy,
unless
and odds are, if you're working with a property like My Little Pony, odds are people are going to have similar ideas on how to convey things with certain, maybe they happen to think, oh, this situation with these characters, and somebody else thinks, oh, a similar situation with also these characters, because it works, because multiple people agree on that same point. You're oh, yeah, these characters working together in this situation, it works because it works in canon. So if anything, it's because of a mutual understanding of the characters, of the property, of the stories that you all enjoy, sharing with each other and enjoying together. So what's the harm in that? If you're not deliberately trying to steal somebody's stuff, okay, there's going to be repeated ideas, and that's okay. That's kind of what happens when it's in one fandom with one property with a certain cast of characters.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's unless someone's directly tracing my artwork, that's not cool. But it's I would just love to see more content, more pony TikTok content, just because I've been told I'm the head of the party at the moment, where it's my content gets the most views, I have the most followers out of all these other people, and it's but this person over here, they're better. Go look at them.
You're not worthy, right, Lauren?
Yeah, we're not worthy. We're not worthy.
I was quoting Hercules, so.
Oh.
Well, I was quoting Wayne's World, but either or.
yeah. So I was wondering if you could, anyway, it's not important. I have a very important question also, Hannah. How far have you how far have you gotten in watching Kim Possible for the first time?
Next question. I like the show. I like it. I've liked the first 7 episodes I've watched. But I just haven't had the time.
Okay.
But I like it.
Everyone keep an eye on her.
I had to get a new phone, and I haven't downloaded Disney Plus yet because I'm lazy and I keep forgetting. But I do like the show. I think the animation style is really cute. Not She-Ra.
She-Ra's great.
She-Go. I love She-Go. Yes, please. I'm obviously late to that party too, but like, She-Go.
Yeah, that seems to be a thing with people in general. Is everyone's hot for She-Go? So.
It's okay, but like dark-haired, big titty, mean lady, like everyone loves that. Like if you like women, you like that. Like,
well, on that note, Lauren, do you have anything else?
I'm out of questions.
we're gonna end the We're gonna end the note on me just simping for She-Go. I don't know. Whatever, I'm not alone in that. I know that.
No, I think like half the internet's with you, so you're good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm not alone.
Yeah. So I wouldn't spoil things, but yeah, I keep on watching, I guess, and things happen and stuff. So
does Kim die?
She might. You don't know.
Oh, does she actually? You know. Why don't you tell me? Come on, tell me.
This is more fun.
This is a
I'm
kid
just gonna
show.
assume
Characters die.
No.
Kid show. I promise. More characters die. Kid show.
I hope the mole rat dies. I hate it. Rat.
Sorry, he doesn't
It's
die.
ugly. It's gross. Aw, damn it. Am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
I just realized.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. I have a potty mouth, so I try to control that a little bit.
Yeah, me too, fam. So, but all right, I guess we could end. So, if you want to watch some TikToks, Hannah, where can people stalk you on the internet?
I mostly just post on TikTok and Instagram, but I also have a Twitter and a YouTube channel. Don't look at my YouTube channel; it's cringy. It's old and it's cringy. But
which means go check it out by all means.
my name under most of this is just Crooked Beetles with like a little _dot in the middle. Like that's me. I have a Linktree thing on my TikTok bio where it's like all that stuff that's in there. Like that's me. I do have a Tumblr and I have a Tumblr and a Twitch, but I never use those, so don't worry about it. But yeah, TikTok is my main game. That's where you can find my content and like all this other stuff. My Instagram is mostly where I like post stupid doodles or like other dumb stuff.
I mean,
if TikTok had like,
oh, I was just gonna say you should have an archive where you upload your stuff before you delete it, because I was just like, it's a shame that you just delete everything after the TikTok is done. So,
well, it's like what's the art? It's like. I have the videos saved, and like some of the art I keep because I think it's funny, but it's like these drawings are easy to make, and I don't really need to hold on to them just because like I can make them again.
Mm-hmm.
But I have all the videos, or I have most of the videos I think that I've ever made. Like not all the videos I posted are still up on my TikTok, but I still have them saved because they were taken down for either violating some arbitrary rule, or because like I didn't like the video, or because I just thought like, maybe this isn't appropriate, and I just took it down myself.
Maybe I'm scarring the children.
Yeah, I scarred the children one time, and then I got fisted by TikTok, so it's like, okay. And then there's just other videos where it's like there was nothing wrong with them, but the original sound was removed, and then the video had no sound, so I just took it down then. I hate that. I hate when that happens.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah, YouTube's a whole different beast as far as that. I mean, they're getting a little better, but,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Like, I don't have the equipment or like professionalism to make actual YouTube videos. TikTok is easy.
Yeah, that's fair.
TikTok is just YouTube, but like so easy.
YouTube on a budget.
It's literally like on a budget.
All right,
Yeah.
I guess
That's all I.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like that's all I got.
Oh, okay, well, I guess we can end. So you can watch Hannah on TikTok, and as far as the podcast, we're on all the places. In case you're late to the party, someone asked in the comments of like the last video, they were just like, "Hey, you guys should get a Spotify." I'm like, "We've been on Spotify the whole time. Thanks for looking." So Spotify and SoundCloud and iTunes. And then YouTube, and watch the main content, because views suck, and we always need people like who continually consume the regular KP content, so I don't get sad. And I'm just like, oh man, I was only good for that one thing, and now it's gone, and now what? I have to just figure out what I'm doing with my life now, which is hard. So
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to end it on like a note. It was just kind of.
Anyway,
please watch, comment, subscribe.
On a lighter note, we also got lots of episodes. If this is your first time here, welcome. And we got tons of other episodes to check out as well. So marathon them. Use them on your commute if you're commuting back to work. Do them on a road trip, maybe.
I mean,
do them before
the SoundCloud versions of the show go up at 6 a.m. in case you're commuting to work on Wednesdays. So I've never heard of. No one's ever commented actively and said like, "Oh, I listened to this on my commute." But like,
you never know.
Yeah, in my mental brain, I just assume someone uses it for that reason. So wherever you are consuming your podcast, if you're a podcast person, go watch things. Yeah, that's all I got too. So until next time, I'm waving, even though you can't see me because it's audio, but I'm waving.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
It's okay. I'll be waving too. Okay. I'm waving.
Okay.
And Hannah, thank you so much again for joining us today. That it's been a pleasure to have you on. And actually, you said this was like one of your first interview, right? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, like all this kind of stuff happened so fast, and I'm having a hard time keeping up. And I'm not a professional at anything and have any equipment. I have my phone and my iPad, and that's it.
Yeah, I'll help you if you want to like upgrade from that. So just be like, hey, what do you use for like adult things? And I'm like, adulting, what's that? So
yeah,
I barely know either.
Yeah,
I've been managing, kind of.
Yeah, thank you so much again, Hannah, for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on today.
Thank you too. I'm so glad to be here. Take time out of my busy schedule.
Are you still working at Dunkin' Donuts?
No, I quit a long time ago.
Okay.
I work at a Sheetz, and it's so much better. And I like this place because it's like I get a raise for like walking through the building, which is kind of cool.
That's nice.
It's like, oh my god, it's Tuesday. Everyone gets a $3 raise. Woohoo!
You did it.
Dunkin' just leaves you in the snow.
You did it. You used your legs to walk.
Yeah, my legs hurt though. I'm sore all the time. I hurt.
Yeah, I hurt on the inside too.
Oh my god, same. I have like physical pain mixed with my mental pain, and it's like, why?
Life
I
is
just
hard.
I just want to draw ponies and be a millionaire. Is that too much to ask?
Horse-naire. Equestrian.
I just want to be a horse-naire.
There you
go. A millionaire.
Okay, that's enough horse puns.
Okay, anyways, I'll hang up now. It's okay.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to Animation Kimmunication on YouTube, Spotify, or your favorite podcast provider. We are really hoping this show makes a difference in how people view animation and media, as well as giving and providing advice for people all over the world who like or want to join the animation or media industry. If you liked what you heard, please remember to subscribe and rate those 5 stars, as well as tell your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our main YouTube channel, I Love Kim Possible a Lot, and turn those notifications on. My name is Scribbler, and you have been listening to Animation Kimmunication.